This episode is brought to you by Shaken and Stirred, the fanciest mobile bartending crew in town, armed with all the essentials to keep your party buzzing. Everyone knows a top-notch bartender is like a magician, making the drinks flow and adding a splash of fun to every cup, whether you're throwing a large bash, having a wedding, a corporate event, or an intimate gathering. Reach out to Marcus Wilson, the CEO and mastermind behind Shaken and Stirred. From now on, he's your go-to mobile bar service provider for a good time.
Besties Talk Podcast.
On this episode of Boss Besties Talk Podcast,
Markevius Faulkner, an Emmy-nominated vocal arranger, songwriter, music educator, and visionary, is the CEO and founder of Melodic Minds Music Academy since 2014, empowering and enhancing the minds of over 250 students and vocal clients from Las Vegas to the Mid-South. At the University of Memphis, he co-founded the Black Student Association Chosen Generation Gospel Choir, an incredible choir that's still gracing stages for more than 20 years. His remarkable voice has graced prestigious platforms like the iHeartRadio Awards, Soul Train Awards, the Kennedy Center, and Carnegie Hall, Kensington Palace, sharing the stage with acclaimed artists like Her, Whale, Kelly Price, Gladys Knight, Jacqueline Carr, Yolanda Adams, and more. As vocal and creative director for the Las Vegas 10 Tenors and the Bronx Wanderers, his musical influence shines on the renowned Las Vegas Strip. He currently serves as the co-director of the Cooler Kids Performing Arts Enrichment Program, dedicated to cultivating over 500 youth throughout the Memphis community. He currently serves as the music supervisor and creative producer for the Soulful Murder Mystery Dinner Show experience. Markevius's commitment to community growth and service for humanity is evident through his leadership role with Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity, Inc., and other youth artistic initiatives. His passion for music, arranging, songwriting, and education continues to inspire the next generation of artists and leaders. Show some love for our guest, Markevius Faulkner.
what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Boss Besties Talk Podcast. It's your boy AJ.
And Alicia B. Welcome to the couches, bosses.
Yeah. Listen, we got some more industry talk for y'all. Y'all have enjoyed those other episodes of the entrepreneurs that we've had on, and we got some good stuff here today.
Yes.
Good guy here. Y'all have heard the intro. He's qualified.
Yes,
the
well
boy has
qualified.
been around, and he's been doing his thing, and I'm happy to have him on the couch. Listen, I know him personally, and great guy, well-rounded.
Yes.
Love him to death. Well, to life, not to death. To life, for sure. Well, y'all, I present to some and introduce to others, Mr. Markevius Faulkner.
Welcome.
I'm excited to be here. I thank y'all for having me.
You're welcome.
Thank y'all. I love this. It's a beautiful setup.
Thank you.
And I'm nervous. So what we talking about? What we gonna talk about? Let me get something to drink.
Look, there you go. Get your
Get you
water.
something to
Get
drink,
your
It's
brother.
water, y'all. This ain't no liquor.
Is it really water? Wink, wink. Y'all, this guy has been into music, I want to say all your life. I don't know when you started and when you just got into like performing arts or just music in general.
Mm-hmm.
So for those who do not know, like, when did you start? Like, where you're from? How did you get into it? Like, walk us through that, and then we'll go from there.
Man, I don't know when I started. I just kind of was here.
Yeah.
And it just kind of just started. I can remember as far back, and this is crazy, like daycare. Before kindergarten, I used to go to this daycare called Mount Pisgah Daycare. Mount Pisgah CME churches in Orange now, they got daycare. It was in the basement.
Nice.
And I remember piano player named Mr. Ferguson.
Mm-hmm.
He recently passed away. Mr. Ferguson. We would do like devotion, and Mr. Ferguson would play that piano, little upright black piano. And I remember just trying to mimic what he would do on the piano and sing and stuff like that. And that was before kindergarten, so maybe 3 or 4.
Wow.
But I can remember. I can see him in my head.
Yeah.
Like.
Nice.
Before I even got to elementary school, so
Nice.
as early as
amazing.
as early as that.
2 and 3.
Yeah.
That's
So you're trying to mimic him by ear
Man, I
at 2 or
wanted to
3.
be like Mr. Ferguson.
Yeah.
I just wanted to play like Mr. Ferguson.
Yeah.
He would play these little cadence. It was just crazy.
I love that. I would definitely say you are a by ear type of guy. Yeah, so I can definitely see that for sure. For sure. Do you think you learn quicker by ear versus reading music? I know this is probably a question that should be down the line, but
No. I would say I learn. When you say learn, what do you mean by learn? Like I read music, so
yeah.
obviously there's not a whole lot of like thinking when you're reading music because
Right.
you just echoing what you see.
Right.
So I'm not necessarily learning as I'm reading music,
Right.
but if I'm listening to something by ear,
Yeah.
I'm picking up different like rhythms and different sounds, different harmonies, and different
Right.
ways to approach music.
Yeah.
So I'm probably learning more listening by ear,
Heard.
but like reading, I'm applying what I see.
Heard.
If that
Okay.
makes sense.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason I asked that was because when I was in high school, I was in the band, and even in choir, there was sheet music, and I could read it, not as well as others, but I would learn quicker by hearing. Like if you sing it, I'll catch it. But just looking at it, I'm like, golly, this is a lot. This is overwhelming.
Yeah.
Sing it for me, please. And then I have it like in 1 or 2 tries.
I
So
feel
that's why I asked.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
probably a mixture.
Mhm.
It's a mixture. If it's something I'm into,
Yeah.
I learn a lot faster.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes.
I definitely
Yeah,
understand,
cool.
brother.
What you play in the band?
What did I play? Oh, the trumpet.
You did.
I did.
That's what I played. I
Did
played
you?
trumpet, middle school, high school. Yeah.
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 I didn't
love
know
trumpet.
that.
Yep.
I didn't know you
I
was.
could still probably pick up a trumpet and. Alicia, were you in the band?
I was.
What you play?
I
You played?
played the flute.
What?
Come on, Fluke.
I played the
You gonna start a band.
No, for real.
Mr. Strong was something serious.
Mr. Strong was the band director.
Mr. Strong was the
teacher?
band director. Yes.
Really?
Oh my gosh,
He
I
wasn't no
hated
joke?
that man.
Really? You had to take the band class too.
Yes,
Right?
I did. Oh, it was terrible.
So did you march? Did y'all like march? Was it like black cultural band, like high step and march, or was it more like?
At school shows, that's it. We didn't march, and that's Treadwell High School. We didn't march like that. We didn't, yeah.
What's the point?
It ain't high school no more, so I let y'all know where that's going. Yeah, when I went to Mumford though, I did not pick up band. They were serious over there. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, that's it.
I don't even stand a chance. Yeah,
The
no.
Detroit?
No, Mumford High School in Tipton County.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was a Mumford. I know there's a Mumford in Detroit. That's where I
Oh, really?
like it.
Okay.
That's where like the Clark sisters and the Winans, a lot of them went to like Mumford and
Come on, history.
Right.
Hammond and all that. Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Y'all, this guy is a walking encyclopedia.
Man.
Wait,
Encyclopedia.
I'm gonna mess that word up. It's a big
What school
word.
you went to?
You know what? Why did it teach me good?
Get out of bed.
Damn,
Go to
'cause-
English class.
Right.
Jesus
Public
Christ.
school. Amen. I went to public
He's a
school.
walking book. Shit. Y'all know what I was trying to say. But yeah, you got some good history. Like for real. You know your stuff. That's one thing I have always admired about you. Like you know your history, you know where stuff come from, you get it and you understand the assignment when it comes to music.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
How much I owe y'all?
Nothing.
Nothing. You good.
Man, I genuinely like history though.
Mm-hmm.
I feel
What was
like
that your favorite subject in school?
It still is.
Really?
I watch more history
Mhm.
stuff, origin stuff than I do like music stuff. Like
Really?
I love
Fun
African American history
Yeah.
the most.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then like African history,
Yeah.
Right.
music history,
Yeah.
instrument history.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm into it. Like I geek out over history stuff.
Oh, that's good.
I love that.
I'm low key a nerd.
That's a good thing.
Right?
That's a great thing. So let's go into like, do I want to do entrepreneurship or do I want to do vocal production? I feel like they're both tied together. How did you get started as an entrepreneur? Like, what inspired you to become an entrepreneur?
Oh man, you gotta work.
Yeah, you gotta
Work
work.
and provide for yourself. That's
That's
why
true.
most
That's
people
right.
get into entrepreneurship for the
Absolutely.
freedom.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like
Freedom,
I
yes.
feel like I'm not the best employee.
You figured that out a
I
long
am
time
not
ago.
a really good employee.
Sometimes I can be, sometimes I can't be.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I feel like gifted people. It's so hard. Like you all are gifted, and it's so hard to. You creatives. It's so hard to just kind of follow this plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's like no, you need to fix number 2.
That part.
And number 3 really can go to the left, and then you can come around, and it can
Right.
be a better plan. So
Mhm.
you're always like reinventing and doctoring up people's vision and
Yeah.
plans
Yeah.
and stuff. So that's how I was as an employee.
Yeah, you
Like-
always saw like the problem and solved it.
Like, oh, they pay me to do this. They don't pay me to think.
Right.
So entrepreneurship is where the freedom is going to be,
Mm-hmm.
and I could just be as creative
Yeah.
as I
Yeah.
want to be. But you work way more as an entrepreneur.
Absolutely.
You know, my friends who got like traditional jobs, like they be like, oh god, you know, it's like, but you don't have to do a whole lot of thinking. Like you,
Right.
entrepreneurs, you got to work around the clock.
So true.
There is no 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Like you take a little nap,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
you get up and shoot a podcast,
Yeah.
or produce a show. Like there
Yeah.
is no
Sitting at the
There's
desk
no
until 3
rest.
o'clock until your back hurts.
your vacation. You low key got your laptop, or you got an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, it's like.
Yeah.
But I got into it for the freedom.
Okay.
yeah, it makes
For the,
sense.
for the freedom.
Yeah.
But do you really have freedom?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I really do.
Yeah.
I really
Okay,
do.
good.
I don't do anything that doesn't align with like my whole outline of what I believe peace is
Mm.
and my purpose. I
Right.
don't do anything that don't align. I don't
Agreed.
care what people may say the opportunity is.
Yeah.
Like I am not thirsty for the opportunity.
Yeah.
If it don't align with like what I feel and what God told me,
Yeah.
Right.
like I'm cool on it.
No
Yeah.
parts of it.
Agreed.
That's, oh, that's
Super-
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
You staying true to yourself.
for sure.
Yes, you should.
Yes.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
We appreciate
Yeah, I
it.
love
like,
I love what y'all doing.
Thank you.
I love you. I've
Yeah, love
known
you too,
you
brother.
for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's like I'll do it. I'll do
It's
it.
been
I
a-
felt inside of me like I should do it
Yeah.
because the no was coming.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
coming up because I'm so used to like
Mhm.
Yeah.
once I learned no was a complete sentence.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes.
I use it like for sport.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like no, you know. But I heard you out and I was like I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come to support
Yeah.
Right.
what y'all doing.
Absolutely.
We
Like
thank
that's a
God
part
for
of
your
my that's a
yes.
part of my gift and a part of my purpose and my dream is to help make other people's dreams come true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like, so this is something like you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like and y'all feel that I'm worthy enough to come on. Like who am I to be like, no, I'm cool. Like, no, I'm gonna come and support this. For sure.
I'll have somebody. I'm about to throw these cue cards at you.
Yeah, that's
Support
real.
this. For sure. I'm gonna support this.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate it. Like your presence is appreciated. For sure.
Thank you, brother.
You're welcome. You're
Yes.
so welcome. Let's go into School of Music. Was that? I know you did other stuff outside of School of Music. Because before you started that, you were doing vocal production. You were songwriting. You are also an artist. You have music out. I want you to talk about those things, but I also want you to talk about the School of Music, which is something you started when you moved to Vegas, which was a beautiful thing. I got to see it firsthand because I did come up there to kind of like help with your boot camp, which was your first one. That was so beautiful. It was sold out. Everybody enjoyed themselves. Seeing him operating his gift was like
Yes.
he was like a fish in water, and it's so amazing. Which you'll see that footage somewhere throughout this podcast because I still have it, and it's great.
Wow.
But talk about
a lot skinnier then. The back has expanded since then, but I promise it's me. It's not a double. It's not my little cousin. It's me. So thank you for being here, AJ. All right, go ahead, bro.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
For the lower
Jesus.
third, like let it strong. Like,
Right.
This is him.
That was hilarious.
School of Music.
The School of Music,
Yes.
yes. So talk to us.
Man.
Talk to us about like how that came into fruition, like what made you want to start it, and Yeah, and we'll keep going from there.
Man, 2014.
Mm-hmm.
I was already like touring and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I would come back to like town. I was living in Vegas. I would come back to town, and there were so many black and brown kids that did not have the opportunity that our lighter skinned cousins had.
We'll put yeah.
I was in a world, I was kind of like more in the industry where it's like rock and roll and rock and pop, and it just wasn't a whole lot of black folks.
Right.
So I wanted to create a platform where I can teach these little black and brown kids like how to operate in this space, how to write songs, how to compose them, how to sing different styles, music, voice control, vocal health, those kind of things. So I was like, God, just give me something, like how can I do this? Because I love education. Like, I'm a teacher. That's like my gift of God. It's not music. My gift is not music. My gift is the gift of teaching.
Nice.
So if I was a mechanic,
Yeah.
I would probably want to teach how to be a mechanic.
Right.
You
Makes
know,
sense.
so that's what I use. Music is kind of like the decor. That's that's the bait.
Yeah.
But when you're a part of my personal world or my professional world, personally, if that makes sense, I'm all about education.
Right.
Like how to.
Right.
I found out people are very stingy
They
in the music industry or in the entertainment industry. People don't want to like share they don't want to like share. Like they don't say your name in certain rooms. They don't want to share what platform, what software, like what you use, and like help me come up. You know what I mean? Like I just could not understand that principle.
Still can't understand.
It's a lot of us too. Like we are very stingy. You asked me about the school.
No, but that's good. That's leading to
I wanted to share.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted to share. I wanted to go out into this white male dominant industry.
Yeah.
Get this information and come back and be
share.
like, hey y'all, this how you do it.
Yeah.
Go this way, do this.
Right.
Audition. Disney's gonna be down the street at 10 o'clock. They not telling us because y'all go to the predominantly black public schools and the black churches.
Right.
So you don't get the information. You're not on those e-blasts.
Right.
I'm working for Hollywood Access. I'm doing some stuff. So this is what y'all need to do.
Right.
So I wanted to create a platform. I called it Melodic Minds.
Yes.
And another thing, there's a lot of singers that don't feel like they're musicians.
Yeah.
Singers feel like, oh, I'm a singer. I wish I was a musician. But the body is the original instrument.
Right.
You are a musician.
Absolutely.
You are an instrument.
Yeah.
So Melodic Minds, I wanted to bridge the gap between singers and people who play instruments.
Yeah.
Like physical instruments.
Yeah.
Like they could not communicate.
Right.
Sometimes musicians are like auto mechanics. They figure you don't know, so they'll put you in whatever key they want to put you in. Or you don't know. You saying E because somebody told you E, but I'm gonna put you in F because that's the key I play better
Right,
in.
right.
But Melodic Minds is all about like understanding what you're doing,
Yeah.
understanding what key you in, understanding the language.
Right.
So you can be in these spaces that you don't see a lot of people your color in.
Yeah.
So
Right.
like that was the whole reason why I started Melodic Minds, and it's been 11 years.
Yeah.
Now
My
it's
favorite
been
number.
11 years.
Nice.
Yep.
I love that for you.
Yep.
Like that's a beautiful explanation. Like I love that you're doing it to share. That's the best part about you wanting to start it. Like because you want to share.
Yes.
And you're right. It's some of the stingy people in this industry.
People won't share stuff. Like when I was
understand
starting as
that.
an artist, man, it was so interesting. Like people wouldn't tell you like even how to get your song copyright, like little stuff like that. Like people don't know that.
Yeah.
They think they can just record something and mail it back to themselves or something. Like it's a lot of like little stuff that's out. But
It is.
like I was like, I'm gonna find out.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's people around me that seriously want to know, I get when it's people like just playing in your face, like you just wasting my time. You want this information, but you really ain't gonna. You don't have no work ethic.
Right.
But like people who hungry for it, like those are the people I want to be around. I'm gonna share like what I know because I hope they will share what they know. So there's an industry that I'm not as fluent in. Like I hope that you're fluent in it, and you can let me know like, oh, this is how you get into TV and film on this side, or this side. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So like, I think we should share. I think we should share
Absolutely.
more in our community.
I love that.
That's what they did during slavery. Where's my camera? They did this during slavery. They shared.
Yeah.
Right.
You trying to escape, you read them quilts. It got codes and directions on it. They did in Africa how they braid hair and which direction and stuff. All that stuff was keys to freedom.
My God.
And we should still do that in our industry. Like that's just innately in us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we've always decoded.
Yeah.
We always been philosophers
Always.
and stuff like that. Like you know. Anyway. Go ahead, brother.
Come on with the history class.
Yes. You mentioned talking about, is it Access Hollywood?
Access Hollywood.
Access Hollywood. And I know those the kids, with the kids and adults or just kids?
I was working mostly in the kids division,
Heard.
like, for like jingles and commercials and stuff like that.
Nice. And those kids would be on like Disney or Nickelodeon.
Yep, they would be on Disney or sometimes like Chuck E. Cheese.
Nice.
Corporation would like send an email or something. Like, hey, we looking for a short white girl that's 4'2", blonde hair, blue eyes. Yeah. You know, that would come from like casting.
Yeah.
And then if it came through my department, I would work on like the singing part.
Yeah.
So if they lip syncing, I would have to like work on making it look real because they may not be a real singer, so we have to make it look real for the commercial.
Right.
And stuff like that. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
cool
I
little,
love that.
and there wasn't a whole lot of black kids in there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So I was doing that a little bit before I started Melodic Minds.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like,
This is-
okay, I can take that principle, I can take that format, the infrastructure, how they reach out to parents and all that. Like I'm gonna take that, tweak it because I'm creative.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, hey, this is how you get auditions.
Right.
Because I didn't know you go in and do this. I didn't know you're supposed to do this.
Right.
Like, you know, a lot of black folks, young kids don't have agents and stuff. And
Right.
Orange Round, where I'm from.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
That's so true.
but way more talented though.
Mm-hmm.
Like just pound for pound, just raw talent coming
Raw.
out.
Yeah.
Coming out their mama just can sing. In Memphis or in the South, like you can throw a quarter of wherever it lands, somebody can probably sing, dance, draw, write, poetry. Like it's just talent.
Just super raw
It's
talent.
crazy here. It's crazy. It's crazy.
No place like Memphis. No place like Memphis.
Man.
Let's see where we want to go with this. Hard times. No, you're good, brother.
Tan up y'all stuff. Send me an invoice.
You break, you buy.
Right.
Hard times. Let's talk about like hard times. This could be with the school. This could be as an artist. This could be just anything that's dealing with entrepreneurship. Give us a hard time that you've had and what motivated you to just kind of just keep going.
In entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Because it gets tough.
Oh yeah.
My
Shoot,
God.
y'all. We could kick back and talk about this all night. Y'all know, like it can get really tough. What keeps me motivated is the work that I enjoy. Like I genuinely enjoy doing what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Some people do what they do for the money.
Yeah.
Which is why I feel like struggle a little more.
Yes.
But when you working like in your purpose, God funds that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So like the money comes.
Yeah.
And then like the struggles of entrepreneurship or the hard times, like having to be your own team.
Jesus.
Having to be your own team, having to be your own janitor, your own producer, your own admin person.
Just everything.
The emails, the responses, the I'm running late, and the text messages, and then the bookings and all that. Like that's the difficult part. But like when you grow and you start getting a team, sometimes it's hard to let it go because you're so used to doing it. It's your baby, you know what I mean? So that's also hard.
Yeah.
It's also hard to release things so you can like level
Expand,
up.
right.
You can expand.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to let that go. You know? So yeah,
Which is a huge part of delegation.
for sure.
Learning trust, finding somebody who can do what you do and do it better, and then trusting them to do it and
The way
get it
you
done.
would.
And,
Yeah.
getting your ego out the way.
Yes.
Getting your ego out the way.
Yeah.
That's
You
good.
had to do admin because you ain't had nobody.
I was
But
just
you ain't really that good at it. You just had to do it.
Right.
But now you know how you want it done.
Absolutely.
So let somebody who has that skill set
Yes.
like execute that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's what they do.
Agreed.
There's some people love just sitting like
And just typing.
sending, putting stuff together like they love that.
Yeah.
Me?
Anthony James.
Yeah. Listen, Doc, I was sit at my desk until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes later. Either I'm editing or I'm writing, just getting stuff out of my brain, and literally until my back is hurting. from sitting in the chair.
You
I'm
are like that.
listen,
You are like
Send
that.
me what you need me to do.
That's a gift though. Like that's
It
a
is.
gift. Like
Yeah.
a gift of administration is a gift of God for real.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Legit.
I love
Everybody do not have that.
That's so true.
Yep.
Yeah. So God, I thank you for the gift because it's necessary. And sometimes you don't have in the beginning. You don't have no other option but to do it all, which is one of the reasons why I feel like I'm so, I guess, multi-talented or multi-gifted, or just I can do this, I can do that, I can do this and do this and do this and do this. But it's only you can only do that for so long, because if you do it all the time, you'll become burnt out.
Yes.
Which is another reason why you got to find the motivation. You got to have like a deeper rooted motivator to kind of keep you going. Because if not, if the money is the motivator, you're gonna be fresh out of luck, because sometimes you ain't gonna get paid. Sometimes you just gotta paint your vision, write the vision, make it plain, and then also produce that vision, do all those other things that Markevius was talking about, because you gotta let somebody see what you see. Can't nobody see what's in your head. You can see it, but you have to be able to produce it and do all those things for a little while. It may not be for a long time, but when you put the work in, and someone else see you working, and then they're gonna join in, and then so forth and so forth and so forth. So it's necessary. But you have to find the motivating factor, and that common denominator. Like
You gotta know your why. You gotta know why you're doing this.
Right.
Why are you doing this?
Is it for clout? Is it because you think you something? Like, why are you doing this? Are you trying to help somebody?
Absolutely.
Is this like, sometimes people do things for self-healing, and that's okay too. Like, I want to do this. I want to create a show. I want to create this so I can heal something inside of me.
Right.
You know, like, you just got to know your why. If
Absolutely.
you don't know your why, there's no quality control. You're just all over the place.
That part.
You know what I mean? And people can tell when you're all over the place.
That's
Absolutely.
so true.
Yeah,
That's
like,
so true.
It'll show.
Yeah. Those two good points. You said knowing your why, for either what you said something about healing, and then there was another reason you said, I can't remember exactly what it is. You just said it 2 seconds ago. Forgive me. However, I was having a conversation with one of our producers before you got here, and I was telling her that I can see like us doing this show like for the long haul, and I was telling her why. I gave her 2 reasons. The first reason was, what was the first reason? The first reason was, because we would be allowed to like operate in our creative realm like every day. Like I could see it like a daily talk show. Because we was watching the Sherry Shepherd talk show, and I was like, I would love to do this show on a daily, regimen, because we'll be able to operate in our gifts daily. We're talking, we're being creative, having this whole team, which led me to the second reason. I love to see people operating their gifts and just flow like a fish in water, whether it's wardrobe, whether it's costume, wardrobe, same thing, makeup, producing, working the cameras, editing. Like, it's so dope.
Even if you're not good at it, just see somebody that's good at something.
Absolutely.
Like, man, she killing it.
Yes.
Like, I don't even care to do it, but she killing it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like, there's a show on Netflix called Abstract. I don't know if y'all ever heard of it.
I think I've heard of it, but I
But
haven't
they
seen it.
literally like just interview and follow people that are just excellent at what they do.
Yeah.
From like lighting design or just photography, and just to watch people like, man, they cold.
Wait, so is it a series?
It's a series, but they
documentary?
they just interview every
Docu-series.
episode.
A docu-series.
Yep, every episode is just about a person. Ruth Carter is an Oscar Award winner, like fashion designer.
So good.
And she has an episode on there.
Yeah.
This black woman, and she tell you like how she read a script and how she like put together clothing for like Roots or Black Panther.
Yes.
Like her process, like
Yes.
just to be in the minds of like dope people. Like that's great.
Check that out. Abstract on Netflix.
Abstract.
They ain't paying us for that. I ain't trying to plug another show. I'm just saying.
But that's good though. I love shows like that as well. Like I love to see the creative process. Like how did this creator get to this point of their career? Like that's the behind the scenes. I love documentaries too. Like I like history, and I like documentaries like you. I don't think I like as much history as you do, but I love the creative process, the making of. That's more so my.
That's all. It's something on pause right now on my TV.
On
It just be the most random things, like factory stuff, like how Hershey make Hershey Kisses. Where does almond milk? How they mass produce almond milk? Just like the most random things. I just need to know how. especially the stuff I be eating.
No, you got to know how they make it, what you eat, for sure.
Right.
That's for sure. Oh my gosh. What advice would you give to those who are coming behind you? I want to specifically, because I don't think we touched on like songwriting.
Okay.
We're going to get into that in a second. Let's shift gears just a little bit. So, what advice would you give those coming behind you as an entrepreneur? And then we'll answer that same question as a songwriter too.
Yep. Write your vision and make it very plain.
Mm.
Like I know it's biblical and it sounds very cliche-ish,
Yeah.
but like you legit need to write things down.
Absolutely.
Like I would write some on paper, because you just thinking through it doesn't really make it real.
Yeah.
And once you write it, you can pick it up, you can rip it, you can burn it, you can erase it, you can reword it. Like it's real. It's in the universe.
Right.
So really write your vision and then have a strategy.
Yeah.
Even if you're not a strategist and don't know how to put this, just like bullet point.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think God honors at least a plan that we put in place.
Yes.
He may rearrange it and then breathe on it so it can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But those are like my two advice. Like my motto is plan your work and work your plan.
That's
Plan your work and work your plan.
Any plan gonna work. Even if the plan is not a good plan, it's gonna work because that's the plan.
absolutely. That's because that's the plan.
You just
That's
working
right.
the plan. You know what I mean? So like
so good.
try to be as strategic and purposeful as possible.
Right.
Like just don't be out here doing stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Just any kind of way.
Just to be doing it.
Yeah, just doing. People just be doing stuff.
Not just
Right.
be doing something, just be doing it.
My grandma be like, "Sit down. You're doing too much." You know what I mean? Do stuff that aligns with what your calling is. And if you don't know what that is, like go on that journey.
Yeah.
They got like personality tests you can take online, like spiritual gift tests. Like get into this stuff so you can kind of get an idea. Read some books, whatever you're watching.
Right.
Try to figure out what that common denominator is. You know, to kind of see where you are. A lot of people just don't know where to start too.
That's so
Yeah.
true.
Gifted people, like I know this ain't the question, but like gifted people, it's so hard to decide. Like it's hard to decide what you want to major in college or what career path you want to go in. Do I want to go into like professional world? Do I want to go to corporate America? It's because you're just gifted. It's so much. It's like God just gave you overload. Like I don't know what to do. I can wear my hair like this, but then I can change it up next week.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm gifted. I'm creative.
Yes.
Right.
You know, so sometimes gifted people have the most. It can be very difficult. You're just so extremely gifted. And some people just they good at one thing and they do it well. But gifted people like, man, that is so cool that you're good at that. But I got like 5 ideas or 25 ideas.
Right.
No, for real.
And it's draining. It's draining, but it's fulfilling, but it's draining.
Yes.
There's a story in the Bible. I ain't no preacher now, y'all. I'm just that's my disclaimer. This ain't no church show.
It's not.
It's not.
This episode is brought to you by Shaken and Stirred, the fanciest mobile bartending crew in town, armed with all the essentials to keep your party buzzing. Everyone knows a top-notch bartender is like a magician, making the drinks flow and adding a splash of fun to every cup. Whether you're throwing a large bash, having a wedding, a corporate event, or an intimate gathering, reach out to Marcus Wilson, the CEO and mastermind behind Shaken and Stirred. From now on, he's your go-to mobile bar service provider for a good time.
There's a story in the Bible where Jesus was walking in the crowd and it says the woman touched the hem of his garment.
With his garment.
Right? And a lot of people don't mention a part where the Bible mentioned that he felt virtue leave his body. It's the same thing. The Bible said he felt virtue leave him. It's the same thing with artistic and gifted, crafty people. Like when you produce and create things, like that's virtue leaving your body. That's when you're the most vulnerable. People start getting into some crazy stuff after they do something big.
Right.
You know what I mean? You may produce a big show and it's over. You plan for it for months, it's over. That's when you're the most vulnerable.
Wow.
That's when you are, like your spirit is wide open. Because you just released all that virtue.
Yes.
So you may get on the phone with the wrong person. You may hang out with the wrong people. You do all your dirt sometimes after you release so much virtue. So I had to be mindful, like when I was younger coming up, like let me, because I know me, I know me. So like after I'm releasing virtue, let me go somewhere and be quiet, and chill, or be with people I trust for a small said.
Yes.
You know, we'll celebrate later.
Absolutely.
But my spirit is still vulnerable right now
Right.
because I just gave birth to something. I just delivered something.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
That's
So,
amazing.
like,
That's beautiful.
it's very important to, like, be
Mhm.
mindful of, you know, artistic people and gifted people. Just be mindful of how you navigate
Yeah.
after you release something.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
you're very vulnerable.
Yeah.
Your spirit open.
Those were very beautiful nuggets. Like, for sure, for
Yes.
sure. And
I'm sitting here thinking, like, every time I heard that story,
Mhm.
do I ever remember anybody saying virtue left him? No. And
No.
I do not.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
She said her own personal
And
back.
sometimes gifted
No,
people
for real.
can be, like, sometimes can be easily to slip into, like, depression
Yes.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's another story in the Bible.
Yeah, come
Come
on.
on now.
Come on.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Y'all call me Bishop Jakes Jr. BJ Jr. No. But there was I forget the man's name, but he, like, called fire down. It was like this big showdown. He called fire down from heaven. Like, they was like, my side, you know, west side, east coast, whatever. My God is the biggest and the realest. And God, like, he called fire down.
Yeah.
And, like, just chapters later, this same man was, like, depressed under a juniper tree.
Wow.
Like, you just did this big showdown
Yeah.
Right.
and proved to all these people that God is real.
Yeah.
And now you're sitting depressed under this tree all at the same time.
Right.
Like, it's, in entrepreneurship,
Mhm.
it can be the best of times and the worst of times
Absolutely.
at the same time. Because you got this entrepreneur thing going and it's thriving and people loving it.
Yeah.
But then you got, like, this personal world
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's going on that may not be the same.
The same.
You know what I mean?
So
And you
true.
got to balance it so you don't bleed on people.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's
it's crazy.
good.
That's
It's crazy,
so good.
but yeah.
You don't understand how good that is.
Yes.
I will speak on the gifted part because do believe I am gifted and very artistic. The college situation. I think I went to a 2-year college for 3 years and a half because I kept changing my major.
Hey.
I couldn't figure it out. I think my first major was like radiology, which was an X-ray technician.
Mhm.
My second major, I believe it was business management, and then my third major was. I think it was something in music theory, or it was something in music. I know music theory. I took those classes, but I don't remember the exact major. But it was something in music. But I did not graduate because it just I was like, this is not for me.
For me,
It's
right.
just not. I don't.
A lot of stuff you're interested in.
It's a lot of stuff I'm
But
interested
when you
in.
create a podcast or create shows
You
and
can take
stuff,
all those
you
things.
now you can produce the intro music because you're into music.
Yeah.
You know, you can bring people in that is an industry that you've always been interested in. You can talk about it. Like,
Absolutely.
you get the best of both worlds.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When you're creative. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
Or entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you that you didn't graduate.
Thank you so. Amen.
Congrats.
Thank you
if
so
you ever
much.
want to go back, you can.
That's
what
so
I
true.
did. That's what I did.
I do want to
always
go back, and I want to want to finish X-ray technology,
Nice.
radiation. Yeah, my sister Jamaica. Shout out to Jamaica. She was telling me, she was like, I wish I had known you was taking up radiology when you was in school. I would have made you stick with it because she's a nurse. She got all the alphabets behind her name.
Literally.
This is probably the second episode I've talked about her. I love you, girl. But
Jamaica.
she was like, I wish I had known that because I would have made you stick with it because it's a lot of like hospitals and just firms. She's with the agency, so she travels as well as a nurse. And she was like, it's so many firms and agencies that
They
looking
need
for
it.
X-ray technicians. So I was like, I need to get back into it. I don't mind still doing my creative stuff and producing work,
sure.
but I'll take that X-ray money.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, so yeah, that's really, really good. It's a blessing to be gifted. Sometimes it's a blessing and a curse, but it's more of a blessing.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely a blessing.
Yeah. All right, songwriting, brother. I feel like
Yes.
you have written some gems. One gem in particular that I love and people love is Jehovah God.
Okay.
Describe what your songwriting process is like.
Man, it comes different ways. Jehovah
Mhm.
God, it didn't get on the radio until I was like early 20s, but I wrote it at 14.
Mm.
I wrote
My
that
God.
at 14 years old, and I
Fun
remember having a dream,
Mm-hmm.
and it's an interesting story. I don't tell this story a lot, but in this
Oh, wow.
dream, there were like some trees,
Mhm.
some big tall trees. It was real Harry Potter-ish
Mhm.
looking, and these trees were singing to me, and they were saying,
Whoa.
"I need you to remember this." and they were singing the song.
Yeah.
And they were singing Jehovah God. They were singing one by one. And when I
the
woke
trees
up,
were singing.
The trees were singing.
My God.
Like it was like nature was singing
Wow.
to me. And I woke up and that's all I could remember. That's why I never wrote a second verse, because I cannot remember. I feel like that was the best part of the song.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how you have a dream and then you wake up and it's gone instantly?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think I should have wrote that down.
Mm-hmm.
Like all I can remember is one by one and like Jehovah God and some other imagery and stuff like that. So that song is the best puzzle piece that I could like put together
from your dream.
Yeah.
As a kid.
That's amazing.
Beautiful.
And I would walk to school. I had to walk to high school. And I would just walk to school and say the song.
Yeah.
Like I would just speak it like a poem.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those words were embedded into you at 14 from a dream.
I was
stuck with it.
I was a kid.
That's wild.
And I'd be hearing it like, man, I wish I should have changed that. I should have did that. So young. You know, but it's been blessing people for years.
For a long time since it came out, because it's really good, y'all. If you haven't heard it, go check it out. Like Jehovah God, Markevius Faulkner, go buy it, go get it. It's gonna bless your life. Like,
but the songwriting, it may come in a dream. I may hear a melody. You know, like musicians, you can hear like how somebody's phone rang, or like somebody may answer a question like, dun, 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 dun. You may start getting a melody just from hearing
That's good.
like people talking or some closing. You know, it just be random stuff. So it's not like one process. Sometimes I sit down and say, I'm going to write a song.
Yeah.
Like, and just be intentional about writing a song. I
Right.
ain't hearing nothing, ain't nothing coming to me. I'm just going to start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like in a dry room. You know, so
Nice.
it's different processes.
I love that. Okay.
So with that about you hearing melodies in this, do you write the lyrics first or the melody first?
Oh.
Because you do compose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends. Sometimes, most times I hear the music first. Most of them I hear the music.
Okay.
And instruments, I feel like our bodies, like I said, are instruments. So all these other instruments that were created, it was created after the voice.
Yeah.
So instruments, I feel like they sing to you. They'll tell you what it needs to be.
Absolutely.
You can hear a breakdown. It'll tell you what needs to happen right here.
Yes.
Why you hollering right here?
Yeah.
It's broken down.
Right.
Now you need to let your listener know, like, this is what I'm trying to say on this breakdown.
Yeah.
When the bill's back up, you're trying to get them to party or whatever the song is.
Right.
You know? So a lot of times I hear the music, and then I try to echo what the instruments are trying to tell me. You know, the instrumentation. It depends on the instrumentation too.
Yeah.
Right.
Horns is different from, like woodwinds. You know, brass instruments different from woodwinds. Like they have different textures, so it's different styles. It's a whole. I don't want to nerd out on that, but
no, because I'm nerding out right now.
Mostly music first, and then words.
Okay.
Mostly.
I love that. That's good. That's good.
Yes.
Do you have any short-term and long-term goals? I think we talked about this earlier. I don't know if it was off camera or on camera, but any short-term or long-term goals?
Man, I got goals.
He literally listen.
Goals.
It was off camera, and he said that bio scratch it because that's in the past.
That was yesterday's stuff. Goals, man. Like as far as short-term goals, right now, I am completing my master's program.
Congratulations.
Actually, I'm getting my master's in education.
Yeah.
I'll be done in about 40 days.
Nice.
40 days.
That's what's up.
40 days and 40 nights. That is a short-term goal, but it kind of feeds into my long-term goal.
Absolutely.
Because I'm passionate about education. I told y'all my gift is teaching.
Yeah.
So I've always wanted to like charter a school. I always wanted a community center, performing arts community center, things like that. So I'm using the master's program, and I started my doctoral program in the fall, but I'm using the master's program to learn like curriculum development, things like stuff that I didn't know. I just knew how to strategize, and I want to get like actual principles so I can be professional.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So like community center, man, a school, like all those are like big dreams and goals, but also like I'm getting into like fitness and like mental health, like taking care. I'll tell you this. My biggest accomplishment is not any like award or anything that I've like accomplished or whatever. It really is like the work I put in to come out of depression.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
You know how you just like be like, man, I'm good now.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I got over that hump. It comes, it goes, like
Yeah.
different things in life. But like when you overcome like a dark season,
Mm.
you need to take yourself out to eat.
No, for real.
Absolutely.
For real, for real.
Drinks, whatever. You need to low key like have a party at your house.
No,
Yes.
for real.
Like I'm not
One.
even depressed no more. That person hurt me, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
you came up, man. That's the biggest.
It's a big deal.
I wish there were trophies for that, because that's the junk that would be on my table.
Right.
I came out of that dark place.
Right.
Yes.
I understand that we got Emmy nominations and all that now.
Yeah.
But
Congratulations.
I
by the
can't
way.
appreciate. I came out of that dark place.
Yeah.
My God.
That's personal.
And that's the biggest of the
that.
biggest.
That yes.
That's it.
Man, that's accomplishment.
That's a huge.
Saying no, having the gift of goodbye,
Ooh.
like saying goodbye to people.
No
when it's
is
hard,
no is my motto.
You should be proud of yourself if you can like release somebody, especially when it's hard, but you know
Yes.
it's what you need.
Yeah.
You successful.
That's a super gift that I have.
You successful.
No, for
sure.
real, for sure.
Right.
Because some people
Yeah.
can't say no. They can't say goodbye. They can't let it go.
A lot of people can't.
I will
I-
say
I-
goodbye so
I-
fast.
I struggled with that.
Yeah.
Me too.
I was a people pleaser. I wanted to make sure everyone around me was good, and
Yeah.
I'm dying on the inside.
And they don't even know
That-
or
don't
don't
even
even
see
see
it,
it 'cause
right.
they so focused on them.
Right.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? And you
Oh.
probably take care of people. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like take care of people emotionally. That's
Yes.
drain. That's virtue leaving you.
Mhm.
Yes.
And then like how do you get refilled?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you can overcome that or balance that where it's
Mhm.
not affecting you mentally and
Right.
emotionally, like that's success.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start putting that in my bio.
No, for real.
Oh,
As
you
you should.
overcame depression.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm telling you, it's the
That's
biggest
that's
flex.
world renowned.
No, for
Absolutely.
real.
Shoot.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love that, man. I really, really do. Like, I've seen you doing those days. So
Yeah.
to see you like this,
Yeah.
it's a blessing.
Anxiety, fear. I feel like a lot of that stuff is rooted in fear.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's rooted in being gifted.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I got this idea. I'm too afraid to do it. What everybody gonna think?
Right.
Because you're faced with a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings.
Yeah.
Just, it's a
Yeah,
lot.
like-
I promise it's a lot.
Sometimes we start stuff. I'm guilty of this, like starting stuff and not following through with it.
Yeah.
You know, what I mean, it's a lot of ideas and stuff I've started and then follow through with it.
Right.
But like when I started like slowing down and just my goal is to follow through with something,
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's successful.
Absolutely.
Like I completed this task
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
because maybe my ADHD would make me like, okay, I'm gonna start on this.
Right.
I'm gonna start this. I'm gonna write this show. You know, like, but just finishing something.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
Yeah.
you should be proud when you just finish something.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
don't care how big or small it is.
Absolutely.
If you decluttering your closet,
Oh
if you
my
can,
God.
if you can just do that,
Mm-hmm.
man,
Start
pour
it,
you
finish
some
it.
wine and
You-
celebrate that you decluttered
Absolutely.
Right.
something that's like, that's a big deal.
No, for real.
Like,
for real, for
anyway,
real.
my bad. We talking
And
about
you
something
feel
else.
good
Go ahead.
afterwards, for sure.
You definitely feel good afterwards.
Right.
Oh God. Let's talk about dream collaborations. Dream collaborations and like your biggest musical influence.
My biggest musical influence.
Yeah.
I would say all of my influence are not musical.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
I have a Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
On that Mount Rushmore is Stevie Wonder,
Mm-hmm.
Come
of
on.
course. I don't understand how a blind man have so much imagery. How you know what a ribbon in the sky look like?
Come.
How you know? How you
Oh
know?
my gosh.
How you write a song about your daughter that says, "Isn't she lovely?"
Oh,
You
Jesus.
have no clue. So you cannot have sight, but have so much vision.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
so much imagery. He on my Mount Rushmore. Dave Chappelle. It's the most random thing, but Dave Chappelle's on my Mount Rushmore.
Nice.
D.L. Hughley.
Mm-hmm.
It's random, but he's on my Mount. And a lot
That
of
is
people
very
don't.
random.
A lot of people don't mess with D.L. Hughley.
I need to know the why.
I support. I mess with D.L. Hughley. I may not agree with like his politics and some of his comedy,
Yeah.
but I support the journey. Like Dave Chappelle, like their journey.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's evolved. Like he used to just like mess with people in the crowd all the time,
Mm.
but now he got in like the politics and like he's so free to speak his mind and stuff. Like
Yeah.
I appreciate stuff like that. Whether
Okay.
I agree with you or not,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's freedom.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
Dave Chappelle walking away from millions of dollars.
Millions of dollars.
You know what I mean? And being at peace with that, going to Africa and coming back. Like, the same. A lot of these people have the same story. Another person on my Mount Rushmore is Malcolm X, because his story
Shout out.
kind of mimics or mirrors the rest of their stories. Like going away, saying no, walking away, they all reinvented themselves.
That's so good.
Standing up for what he believed in.
Yep, they all reinvented. And the last one on the list is a lady. This is probably gonna be random too, but it's Twinkie Clark.
Come on, Twinkie.
Shout out to Twink.
Cold.
Twinkie Clark. It is not just her musicality.
Yeah.
It's just how she evolved. It's just how she evolved and like how God sustained her music.
Yes.
You know, and I love how it's I can go all day about them, all of them. But like I think I appreciate the evolution of people.
Yeah.
So whether you in music or not, like I just appreciate the evolution.
Absolutely.
So you impact me because I get to see your journey. And it's like I see myself in that.
Yeah.
You know,
I love that.
for sure.
That's good.
Wait, that's a good question about the come on, the Mount Rushmores.
What's y'all Mount Rushmore?
God, I knew it was coming.
I knew it
Can
was.
you not do
Who we gonna
that?
start with?
You start with her.
How many? I don't even know how many presidents on Mount Rushmore. They need to put Obama on there. They need to.
I think it's
put
only
him into
4
the
on
brick.
Mount
Yeah,
Rushmore.
4.
Okay, give me top 4.
Jesus
Y'all remember
Christ.
T-Mobile used to have a fave 5 or MySpace? You would lose friends if you weren't on them top 5.
That's so true.
I really need to sit and think about that.
Like,
Like,
the
I've
4 people that
never-
impacted
No, for
you the
real,
That
most.
have impacted me the most. I have not really just sat on that.
They could be famous or not famous.
Famous or not, it could be like, yo, Auntie Shay Shay. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh my God.
Big Mama. You know, like, who
Um,
influenced you the most
okay.
or shaped who you are.
Okay, that's I love that. So Christy Chandler, for those
I
of you
love
who do
Miss
not,
Christy.
huh?
I love Miss Christy.
I love her to life. That's my girl. I shared this on one of our other episodes about her and how she just took me under her wing as a creative when I first got to Yo Memphis Performing Arts Academy. And she just taught me and everybody else in the in our theater class like principles about life and how to apply those things to the stage and to performing arts. Like I say that she kind of steered my life into this direction that I'm in now, and it was very life changing for me. She, oh my God, even when I graduated from high school, after Yo Memphis closed, I had to go. I ended up going to Overton High School, and being there, it was culture shock for me. And then I think going through that whole my senior year, I had wanted to walk away from performing arts and everything that I offered, but somehow her office. She was working for the city, and her office was in the backyard of a school, in a building like maybe a minute or two away, right there. And we reconnected, and she steered me back into the right direction. And I've been with performing arts ever since. So she is definitely on that list for sure. Okay, you give one, and I'm coming back.
Oh, this is heavy. That have
And if it's 1, it's 1. If it's 2, it's 2. It don't have to be 4. But,
that have helped
She's definitely the
molded my
biggest.
life. I would say my stepfather, Kevin Bobo. Shout out to my father. My biological father was not in my life, but this man stepped in and loved me as his own child and showed me what it's really like to have a man love you the correct way.
That's your daddy.
That's my daddy, absolutely.
Yeah.
That I
No
call
disrespect
him.
to
No, that's fine.
but that's
Disrespect to him. Disrespect to him. But Kevin Bobo is my father. He raised me. He came into my life when I was 4.
That's all you
And,
know.
yeah.
Except that, like,
I met my biological father when I was 25. So I'm
What was it
37
like?
now.
What was it like?
What you mean?
Like meeting your biological? Was it like?
It was weird. I mean, but I was honest with him. I'm grown now.
Yeah,
You can't teach me anything.
How you doing, sir?
Right.
Right, sir.
I call him by his first name.
Yeah.
Like I had a man in my life that raised me. He respected that. I was like, all you can really do is be a grandfather to your grandchild at this point. So
But he impacted you, like.
yes.
Wow.
That man is the GOAT. That man got me through high school. Him and my mom had divorced, went their separate ways. This man still paid my senior dues, my cheerleading fees.
Wow. Here you go.
He helped me go to college. Like that
Really?
that man is the GOAT. He's still in my life to this day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
your dad.
that's
your
my
father.
daddy.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
nobody say.
Nobody.
We don't need no blood work.
Right.
We sure don't.
At all. That is my
That
daddy.
is DNA.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yes.
Yes,
I have a
please.
similar story. Like my dad wasn't presently in my life,
Mm-hmm.
but we have a great relationship now. Like it just turned around later on like, for good. But like that's amazing.
Me and my biological
Mr. Bobo,
father.
thank you, my guy.
Thank you.
You the GOAT.
Yes. Period.
No, me
We're
and my
throw you a pizza party, my boy.
me and my bio dad, we are not going in the right direction. We are drifting in the opposite. Listen, sir, be great. That's all I got for you.
But like, God looked out for you.
Yes,
like,
he did.
He had Mr. Bobo there.
He did.
For sure.
Is that man? Yes, that man is the truth.
And I bet you his baby. You know what I mean? Like,
That's my boy.
Yeah.
And he got 2 kids of his own from my mom, which are my siblings, but they share their daddy with me, and it's all good.
Yeah. And you share your daddy with them.
Yeah. You hear me?
Sure.
Moving on.
All right, my bad. We're going to a whole nother episode.
Not you share your daddy with them. They don't want to be the. What advice would you give to those coming behind you?
Get you a Christy Chandler. Get you a Mr. Bobo.
Mm-hmm.
Get you a Markevius Faulkner.
Hello.
And listen. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And listen.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen is big. Listen.
Yeah. Some people listen to respond.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
The
like,
second time we've heard this on this season of Boss Bitch Talk. So listen.
Listen. I also would say like legit having like a prayer life. It ain't got to be like no deep theologian kind of like just talk to God like you would talk to your friend.
Absolutely.
Like for
That's
real.
what I do.
Be like, look, God, I ain't feeling this. I don't know what's going on. I'm scared.
Right.
Yeah.
Or I'm mad.
Yeah.
He understands that. That's truthful.
I'm mad.
Yeah.
I'm upset with you. Why you take this person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or why this person ain't in my life? All that. Like having a prayer, I think that's prayer.
Yeah.
I also think art is prayer. So even if you can't articulate what you want to say to God, like go and do something that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And let that be the conversation.
Yeah.
Like paint a picture, play piano, write a script, write a show.
That's good.
So good.
Go out and go shopping or just go put on some clothes.
Yeah.
Even if you can't afford it, just go get dressed
Yeah.
and look at yourself like and pray.
Yes.
Talk to God that way. God, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking like I want to look like this. And I want to be a model and I want to look like this. So I'm gonna go to the store and try on some clothes, go to the dressing room and dream.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like that's the advice that's my advice.
That's
And
excellent
I'm gonna be in
advice.
somebody's dressing room tomorrow.
You gotta start like kind of like acting it out.
Yeah.
No, for
You know
real.
what I mean? See it before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like visualize yourself doing what it is that you want to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like my clients at Melodic Minds, one of the first things you do, especially if you're going through like I have an artist development track. If you're going through the artist development track, you have to write your Grammy acceptance speech. I understand that you're 8 years old.
Yeah.
You need to
Right.
write your acceptance speech.
Absolutely.
So you can start practicing on it. You got to manifest this
Right.
stuff.
Yes,
Like
you have to.
there is truth in manifestation.
Absolutely.
And it may not, I'm not talking just like Christianity, stuff like that, but there's just truth in writing stuff down.
Absolutely.
Like vision boards,
fact.
stuff like that. Like
Proven fact. Yeah.
try it. Just try it.
No, for real. For real.
My
Try.
God.
Yeah.
You may not have to cut pictures out, but just write it down.
Yeah.
Make it your screensaver on all your devices, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, that's my advice.
Yeah.
I can't
That's
sing or
excellent
nothing, but
advice.
I'm gonna write my Grammy acceptance speech.
Yeah.
Come on.
Or whatever
gonna write it.
award, whatever industry, like write it.
Yeah. I love
Right.
that.
Oh, that's good.
I love that.
Mhm.
I want to go back and I want to add one to my my Mount.
Come on.
Rushmore.
Let's be.
I'm not gonna give you 4, but
Okay.
I knew I was gonna add you because you've always been like someone who I've looked up to as just an overall great person through the depression, through the downs, the things that I didn't see, the things that I saw. Just seeing you just operate solely in your gift and be true to who you are. Every time I saw you.
Man, I appreciate it.
Every time someone speaks about you, it's good stuff, and it's beautiful to see. Like every time you're writing a song, doing vocal production, working with productions, and just in all of that, you're true to yourself. Like I've always admired that from afar. Always.
I appreciate
Like from the first time I was like, who is this guy? He up there singing, he vocal producing, he directing the backgrounds, he's doing this, he's doing that, and I learned more about you. I'm like, oh, he do that too? this guy is amazing. Like sometimes I've lived through you. Like even when you went to Vegas, I was still keeping up.
Yeah.
So yeah, you are definitely a part of that.
Man,
That's amazing.
I don't know if I've ever been on somebody Mount Rushmore.
Look at her.
Well, today you are.
Put that in my new bio.
No, your new
I got you.
The new bio start today.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, thank you for that.
You're so welcome.
People don't have to be kind. People don't have to say, and a lot of people have so much ego and so much pride.
Yeah.
They can't say like, hey, we're peers, but you inspire me.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know, because everybody, that's a whole other thing. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that for saying that. I think people should do that more.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it's somebody you low key watching, but your pride won't reach out and say thank you for being great, or thank you for being who you are, or you inspire me.
Yeah.
Like, do that so you can keep opening up doors for yourself.
Absolutely.
You gotta keep deconstructing your ego and your pride.
Yeah.
For sure.
Genius. Yeah. I love that.
That's
All right,
amazing.
we're close to the end, brother.
Come on.
Let's talk about work-life balance. What is that like for you? You got
What's
work,
that?
you got
See,
life.
look. You don't even know it just all happening
It
together.
just all happens.
Man, I was just telling one of y'all producers, like, it's so important to me. I don't struggle a whole lot with it. The only complexity is I'm in school full time, which you kind of just do like a little wrench in my everyday stuff.
Yeah.
But like, what's more important to me is like my peace. So I don't go anywhere or do anything that's gonna mess up my peace.
Absolutely.
If you call me and I know you got a whole lot, you come with a lot.
Yeah.
I gotta wait till I'm in a space where I can put you on speakerphone, because
Right.
you don't dump all your feelings and like you just want to dump. So I can put you on speakerphone
do that.
and mute it,
Yeah.
because you need somebody to listen to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wash dishes,
Yeah.
but I'm listening.
I'm
Yes.
here.
You know, but like I balance like work life intentionally. Like I shut down
Yeah.
and go into a space of peace.
Yeah.
Like I'm not accessible 24 hours.
Yeah.
Hello.
You should.
And your lack of preparation is not my emergency.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Is my pen still in the snap?
Dang, that was good. Well, say that one more time for the people.
Preparation
Your
is
lack
not
of
my emergency.
preparation is not my emergency.
No,
It's
for
good.
real.
When you're working with people and collaborating with people and they don't prepare efficiently
Yes.
and all of that,
Yes.
and when they're ready to go, they think everybody needs to be ready. Like, no,
Yeah.
it's not my emergency.
That
Yeah.
part.
Yep,
That
I'm
part.
available between this time and
In this time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I'm not just here. I'm
Yes.
not just supporting your vision or your dream or whatever.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
I also have to make sure my mental health and my
Absolutely.
peace. And I'm doing what God told me to do.
Yes.
So
It's good.
yeah,
Period.
I'm not on everybody's time.
That part.
Yeah.
I hope our
And
producers
every-
listening.
and
'cause we
every
kinda
dollar
had this
ain't
conversation
good.
before you started. Say it
Every
again.
dollar ain't good.
Hello.
Yes.
Every dollar ain't good.
Yes. That's
Don't
so,
let-
Oh, this is so good.
So
For sure.
bruh,
You
I'm about to kick you in your kneecaps.
ready to have some fun?
You got it already.
I don't
You
know
got
what this
it.
fun is.
Yes, you do.
Did she move it?
I
Uh-oh.
love what y'all doing.
Thank
I
you.
love this.
I don't
I
know.
think
Can
she
y'all
did. I
pause
think
real
she-
quick?
Hold on, don't pause the production.
Yeah,
but
don't stop it. Just somebody come here.
What you need this?
is that it?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh,
There it is.
okay.
Never mind, we got it.
We found it.
Just playing.
Not just playing.
Oh, snap. All right.
I'm
All right,
horrible
guys.
at games.
Huh?
I'm horrible at games.
You are not horrible at games. Guys, we're about to have a little bit of fun with Markevius, and
Yes.
we're going to play a quick game. It's called Word Association.
Word association.
You may know it if you haven't. He has 10 seconds to name to sing a song with
Sing?
the word. Yeah, sing.
Set
You
up.
can sing, Doc.
He says to
You
sit
can sing.
up.
It's a setup. You got 10 seconds to sing a song with the word in the lyrics or the title. Y'all think you can do it? I think you can too.
I've never done this before.
You've
I've
never?
seen people do this.
I know, me too.
And I'd
Well,
be
now it's your
"Ooh,
time."
I would be trash at that.
And now here you are.
Oh God.
Do we got 10 seconds on the clock? Get the phone? No. God,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Nope. Just come on.
Oh,
Period.
look.
You got 10 seconds on the clock.
Oh man.
Oh God, you think you can do it? I think you got it.
Let's see.
You got it. Okay, the first word. Hard. HARD.
It's so hard to say goodbye
Hey.
to yesterday.
There we go.
I pointed to you for the high note.
I'm sorry, y'all. This was a duet, and I completely left
Hard.
him alone.
Hard.
You dropped the ball.
He
Okay.
did that in 4 seconds. That was
He
good.
did. 2 points. 2 points. All right, next word. Light. LIGHT.
I'm about to
Light.
throw these cue cards at you.
But this little light of mine.
There you go.
Okay, that's
That's a song. That immediately went in my mind. 9
He
seconds.
was like, wait a minute.
Woo.
Next word. Chill. CHI.
Come on. You got it, because I got it, so you got to
What
have
song?
it.
What song? Help me.
Let's chill.
Hey. Let's settle down.
She needs to be on my team. You should let the guests, next time y'all do this, y'all should let the guests pick one of y'all to be on their team, and then that person keep the time.
A lifeline.
Okay.
You need a lifeline.
Okay, season 2, we got it. For sure.
We're
All
going to
right.
try it next, because I hope I don't know what you about to say.
You got the next one. Superstitious.
Very superstitious.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my dude. That's my dude.
Now he did
My little
the
blind
sound
cat.
effects too.
Yeah.
That's my little blind. That's my granddad in my mind.
That's okay.
2 more words. Love. LOVE.
Love.
I love that one.
So many things. Yeah. I love it.
Mhm.
Y'all have no voice, so I hope y'all not like, oh, let me hear how you sound. Like I went to church today.
Hey.
Amen.
Son is hard.
I gave God all I had.
I love it. All right, bro. Last song. Last word, rather. Jehovah.
Jehovah God, I reveal my confused heart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on.
That's it. If you want to hear the rest, go away.
Download.
Download.
Yes.
Oh man.
Good job. You
14
did
years
good.
old. Thank you.
It wasn't that bad, was it?
It was. I am a nervous wreck.
But you did so good.
You did
I was
amazing.
like, how many times am I gonna flip another? Okay, they got another card.
Yeah. We are done, I promise. The cards
That's
are
it.
done.
Cards
No.
down.
We're
I hope
done.
it was okay though.
It was
hope it's,
perfect.
Like aligned with like what y'all want to put out content.
Absolutely.
It does.
So like if it's entrepreneurship or whatever, I hope it just kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You dropped a lot of wisdom and a lot of nuggets on the people.
Yes.
Make sure y'all go follow him. All of his tags will be down below.
Please go follow him.
Yes.
Go
Thank
get
you.
his music, like for real, for real.
Yes.
The guy is a genius. He is a legend. Period.
Yes.
Thank you
Y'all
so much.
legends.
We're
Y'all
all
legends.
legends.
Yes.
Y'all
All
living
legends.
legends.
Yes.
Yes.
Y'all legends.
Would you like
I
to
receive
leave
it.
any last words
Yes.
for the people?
Ooh, last words. Embrace who you are. Accept who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need to do it in phases,
Mm.
if it's something you need to change about yourself, just go ahead and start working on that.
Yes.
Start working on it. If something you don't like about yourself, because people don't like to say that, but if it's something you don't like about yourself, you can start chipping away at it
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and getting better at that. So,
Absolutely.
like, just embrace who you are,
Yeah.
and then be surrounded by people who kind of feeds that for you. You know, that can pour into you.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that there's more withdrawals than deposits.
Yeah.
You know what
So
I mean? So like, try to make sure there's some withdrawals and deposits on
Yeah.
both ends. You know,
Absolutely.
like, and don't be no life sucker.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
but like just being you.
Yeah.
Just be you, whatever that is. And if you don't know what it is, start that journey to figure that out.
Right.
Yes.
And you're gonna always keep evolving too.
Yes.
I'm not the same that I was 10 years ago.
Hello.
Yeah.
Out of the guy who recorded Jehovah God, I ain't that dude
I had to
anymore.
do no more.
He was 14
Yeah.
when I wrote it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so much has happened since then.
Come on.
Embrace yourself. Embrace evolution.
Yes.
Yes.
Allow yourself grace to evolve.
Plan your
That's what
work
I
and
got
work your
from that.
plan.
Yes.
For sure.
Plan your work. And
Plan your work and work your plan.
That's genius. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank
y'all for having
you.
me. I appreciate y'all.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode. We hope that you have enjoyed it. Hope you had your pen and your pad out.
Yes.
If not, replay it.
Replay it again.
Write down the nuggets because it was definitely some gems that were dropped. And we love y'all. We appreciate you guys for watching.
Yes.
Until next time, peace.
That was good.
What's up, besties?
What's up, guys?
If you guys have enjoyed this episode of this podcast, please take the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram. Make sure those notification bells are turned on so that you can receive notifications every time we post.
You see these links down here? Click follow. And if you have enjoyed this episode thus far, make sure you like, share, and send it to a friend. This may help someone else like this is helping you.
Peace. Good job.